Jonathan, do you have something to kick off some fun with us?
What would that be?
Do you have a banana song?
Okay, I just asked. That's good. Here we go.
Everyone, while Jonathan's getting our banana song, I need you to grab just a blank sheet of paper, just like a regular sheet of copy, 8.5 by 11, blank sheet. Grab it because we're going to do our first design challenge together. So blank sheet of paper and a pen or pencil. Are you ready? Who went to camp as a kid and learned songs? Here's one of Jonathan's favorite songs from camp. Let's do it together. Are you ready?
Make the screen bigger too.
And make the screen big by putting on those arrows.
You peel bananas, peel bananas, yeah, you peel bananas, peel bananas, then you slice bananas, slice bananas, yeah, you slice bananas, slice bananas, then you eat bananas, eat bananas, then you eat bananas, eat bananas, then you go bananas, go bananas, yeah, you go bananas.
All right, that's enough, Jonathan. That's good. All right. That goes on for potatoes and oranges and apples and everything. But if you got the banana part, let's go bananas. All right. Our vision for Camp Gamicon over these 48 hours together is for you to, regardless of where you are in this journey of gamification for adult learning programs, we want you to be able to create what we call a low resolution prototype. I'll be coming back on throughout the 2 days to give you some more information on what exactly that looks like. You can always Google low resolution prototyping if you're a self-sufficient learner and you want to go experiment and look a little bit. But with just the tools that our speakers are bringing to us and some basic supplies that you have around the house, like sticky notes, colored pencils, tape, scissors, colored paper, white paper, markers, pencils, pens, probably a ruler, graph paper, maybe if you like your lines straight. We are going to walk through the trademarked and proven process for bringing gamification into adult learning programs. So in order to set that up so we're ready to go, I had asked that everyone bring a project that you would want to bring gamification to. If you don't have a project, I have a real simple wellness case study that's in my section at that link I put in the Q&A. Just a real simple little case study. If you don't have another program that you want to bring gamification to, use the wellness, because if you've not designed a wellness program yet, you're probably going to have to, because employees are stressed and students stressed to the max. Disengagement's at an all-time high. So why not design a wellness program? So with that in mind, I want us to do an activity that I call Crazy Eights. And Crazy Eights is just to get us centered and focused on what we want to bring all these design ideas to. This is not like any other conference you've ever been to. There is no sitting back and multitasking during these sessions, because we're not lecturing. We're going to be giving you challenges for design. So you're going to have to stay focused right here the entire time. If you miss a session, go back and watch the recording so that you can get caught up. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that sheet of paper and you're going to fold it in half. That's simple, right? Fold it in half. Somehow I lost some light. Fold it in half again. Fold it in half again. So when you open it up, you have 8 squares, pieces of 8. Already got that? Half, half, half. Open it up. There you go. All right. Now, you're going to write something in each of these boxes. So I'm going to give you 50 seconds to write. So get focused, get ready to write. And as you're thinking about a project that you want to bring gamification design to, whether it's a wellness program or something else that you have at work, the very first question we have to ask is, what's your overall business objective? What problem are you trying to solve? So you've got 50 seconds to answer that. Ready? Go. What's your objective? What problem are you trying to solve? Right. Was that too loud? I turned away so it wouldn't be real loud in the microphone. All right, that's 50 seconds. Ready? Next box, 50 seconds. If that's a problem you're trying to solve, what's the beginning state? Where are they now? So where are the students that are going to be taking your program, your adult learners? You're trying to solve a problem. What's their beginning state? Where are they now? 50 seconds, right. So Tasneem, it was a little loud. Okay. All right, that's 50 seconds. Ready? Next square over. Who is this person that you're designing for? What's their motivation? What's their point of pain? Why would they care about this program that you're designing? We call this designing for personas, and Jonathan Peters is going to do a session on that tomorrow. But just think about the motivation profile of your learner. Who is it? What's their pain? 50 seconds, go. All right, next square. Narrative, story, theme, context. If you were to wrap this into some kind of theme or context or storyline for your gamified learning program, which Hadia is going to be teaching us tomorrow, a narrative, a storyline, a theme, a context, what would be the narrative that you would wrap this in? 50 seconds, go. Okay, stop. Sorry. I was reading chat and I got lost. Sorry, my fault. Okay, you got extra time on that one. I gave you an extra minute. Extra 10 seconds. Okay, learning objectives. Now, very first box, I asked you what's the problem that needs to be solved. That's our business objective. And Scott Provence is going to work with us tomorrow morning, first thing on OKRs, objectives and key results. And he's going to show us his award-winning game that he created and teach us a very quick way to learn and understand business OKRs. If you're working in academia, you still have business OKRs that you're trying to impact. This is about your learning objectives. What do the participants, your students, need to learn so they can do? Not learn so they can know. Anything that we need them to do, it can't be up here. It can't be something that they can't be aware, can't be familiar with. It's got to be able to do something. Robin Sargent is coming on Thursday to make sure that we've got the right recipe for our learning objectives. 50 seconds, learning objectives, go. What do you want them to learn so they can do? Clive, good question. And thank you. And I'll tell you in just a minute, as soon as the 50 seconds are up. Thank you for asking. All right, 3 more. You ready? As you're thinking about this program, what's your method of delivery? No right or wrong answer to this question. Well, there might be some wrong ones depending on your budget and your time, but there's lots of right ones. So are you thinking this would be an asynchronous program where students would sit down at their own, based on their schedule, and work on a computer or a tablet by themselves? Will it be blended? Will it be some asynchronous and some kind of classroom environment? Will it be a VILT? Thank you, Tracy Stokely, not a VILT. VILT for virtual instructor-led training. Are you going back to ILT, instructor-led training? Are you thinking of bringing in some AR or some VR or some chat bots? So Addie Stevens is bringing us VR, Betty and Destry are bringing us AR, Darren Vandenberg is bringing us chat bots. So you may not know yet what's your method of delivery, but you got 50 seconds to think about it right now. Go. Oh, Clive, I forgot. Trying to get softer. All right, 2 more. Mechanics. So mechanics are those things that make games fun. We call it, like, if you have think about elements that are in a game, like dice or cards or spinner or level ups or unlocks or boosters, or those are just like, these are, I'm not explaining it right. When you open a Monopoly box, you see these things in that box that have no meaning until we apply the rules to them. The rules give those elements a personality. They now make gameplay fun because the rules turn dice into an element of chance. It turns money, fake Monopoly money, into an in-game currency that you now have to use strategy to decide how you're going to use that money. So we've identified 182 different mechanics that we can use in gamified learning programs. So if you're thinking about your favorite games, what are some of the mechanics that you like in your games? Like, do you like getting points? Do you like collecting badges? Do you like unlocks? Do you like boosters? Do you like free lunches? Do you like some kind of saboteur? Do you like giving gifts and helping other people out? Do you want time limits, countdowns? Thinking about your program, what are some of the fun things about games that you're thinking about bringing to your program? 50 seconds, go. All right, last one. Now, Addie and Darren and Bernardo Latafe are all going to be weaving that idea of how you're going to use mechanics to engage your learners. Our mechanics typically act as a trigger to take an action or feedback, recognition, or reward on an action taken. So they're going to give you the best information you've gotten anywhere on how to make that happen. And then Lena and David are going to bring us how to create, to play test our idea. And Megan Torrance is going to teach us how to create a quick prototype. So this whole way through these 2 days, you're going to be pulling this all together. So my very last question to you, the last square. Are you ready? How will you know it's successful? How are you going to measure the success of your program? What's going to be different after your program than now that you'll be able to put numbers to? You got to put numbers to it. What are you going to measure to know that you were successful? You ready? 50 seconds, go. All right, that's it. You got 8 squares, pieces of 8. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come off the stage so you can see the people at your campsite. We have a maximum of 6 people at each campsite. So what that means is, like, if each of you were able to write things, I could give you like a minute each. If I was a betting woman, I'd put some money on it that some of us didn't really know yet, and that's okay. Just want you working on these ideas. So at your campsites, it's courteous to turn on your camera. So turn your camera on so we can see you because it's just that small group. Make sure your microphone's on. Somebody keep an eye on the clock. Take charge in there. If the camp counselor's at the table, keep an eye on the clock. Let's do about 1 minute each person. You're not going to be able to do your whole sheet. So pick a couple highlights that you know that you wrote on that pieces of 8. So I'm going to keep an eye down here on the clock. And after 6 minutes, I'm going to come back up. We're going to bring up Betty and Destry to get us started on our scavenger adventure. So scavenger, AR, scavenger. That was good, Betty and Destry. All right, I'm coming off. You got 6 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves.